out. Stay in the ordering process for yours. Folks, I promise you, this is going to be the story of the show. We have 45 items that we are going to get to, but they are priced.
That's a lot of items.
It's a lot of items, but they are priced to sell out. This is a big, happy celebration of jewelry that, you know, has always stood the test of time from Victoria Wieck.
Yeah.
Now we're going to talk about gemstone. Beautiful topaz earrings at a price that nobody can ignore. We're at $69, Victoria. We have two choices, amethyst or the citrine. These are happy.
These are happy. They're like sun-kissed sunflowers. These happen to be earring jackets, so you could have, you know, the ear climbers. So you get to do both. You get to buy this. You can just wear just the top with any other earring jacket or just all by itself. That's very refined, really understated. But if you're one of those women that always want to step out of the box, but you're afraid to, you're like, you know, I don't know, maybe that's a little too edgy. I don't want to look like I'm teenagers, whatever. You buy this, and if you just put the top, instead of this gemstone, you put a simple pearl.
Yep.
That becomes very proper all the way. Pearl always makes it look really proper. Or you could do, you could wear them with the earring jacket or without it, or you can mix and match with anything. They make great gifts. If you didn't, you know, if you always wanted earring jackets, and you can just even give away your earrings,
right,
and just keep all other studs that you have. These would look great with just a simple, you know, CZ, you know, earrings if you wanted to, pearl, baroque pearl, different kind. You know what would be really good?
Tell me.
Imperial pearls. You go get one of those pink pearls on that one.
That would be pretty.
Yeah, or you do the gray pearl with the citrine. Again, they become super sophisticated. You become like an artistic person who's, you know, mix and matching. Or, you know what, some days you just want to have a simple stud. You know, if you're going to a gorgeous wedding, you might want to just have a simple stud. But either way, these kinds of things give you options. They make you the artist. They make you the designer.
Victoria, they just gave me some information which I'm going to relay to everybody. Folks, there is a lot going on behind the scenes with sales, so what we're going to do is change gear a little bit. In 90 seconds from now, instead of doing regular presentations, we are going to do a 5 in 5. It was not scheduled. We are going to do 5 products in 5 minutes. Just because so many of you have now pre-ordered it, there is not enough to do full presentations. So when that clock hits 0, we will begin a 5 in 5. So have your phone by your side or your tablet by your side, or be logged on to hsn.com and get ready to grab items that you may love. They will never return at these prices. Victoria.
Anywhere, not just here,
never,
but anywhere,
ever.
Yeah.
These, I mean, you talk about collector's pieces, it's always been like that. But Victoria, you've always stayed very true to your design ethic, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, that's what really positioned you in Beverly Hills.
I'm too slow to change. Too old to learn new tricks.
You don't change a good thing, though.
No.
That's the reality. But these are earrings that you would expect to find in one of those beautiful boutiques somewhere special in the world. Yeah,
I just came back from the Vegas show, and you know what? Same thing. It's like the ear climbers, this new modern earring jackets, you know, not the ones that you have. First of all, on Valerie, it doesn't look anything like earring jackets. It looks like, you know, she went to some couture store and got this made. These are pieces that have meaning, they're happy, they have shapes on them, they accentuate your hair, all that. And you can do this today of all days. I'm telling you, some of you, if you've never shopped with me before, sorry you waited all 19 years.
Jeez,
but right now, it's, you know, it's better than nothing. And then you do have all natural gemstones. These